everybody, it's Cassie and welcome to my channel. Today I have a book haul to show you with over 30 books and one coloring book. I do want to let you know that I am a thrift store book shopper, and so it's very rare when I get new books. So that's what you will notice, and if you haven't noticed that already by me hauling other books in the past. Some of these books you will see again because I did a TBR bookshelf tour. If you have not watched it, please go and let me know which books you think I should read this year. But anyways, let's get into this huge book haul. The first set of books I have to show you are Goosebumps books. I am collecting these books for me and my boys because I loved them when I was younger and I want my boys to love them hopefully when they get older and aren't scared of reading these kind of books. I have Creature Teacher, The Final Exam. I have The Headless Ghost and Revenge Are Us. If you've read any of these Goosebumps books, please let me know which one is your favorite. The Other Boleyn Girl by Philippa Gregory. I'm trying to collect her novels because I love reading about this era. Wedding Night by Sophie Kinsella. I've read one of her books before and loved it, so I hope I will get into more of her work. Dark Life by Kat Falls. This is, I want to say, a dystopian sci-fi novel. It is about a world that gets shattered by earthquakes and the people move to live at the bottom of the ocean in probably a giant dome. I'm not entirely sure, but I think a teenage boy and other people, I'm not sure, decide to go up above the waters and see what is like out of the water and out of their area that they're living on the ocean floor. I'm wanting to get into more high fantasy, and I was so excited when I found this. This is Shadow's Edge by Brent Weeks. This is book 2 of the Night Angel trilogy. So I'm so glad I found this because, like I said, I want to get into more. I'm trying to get into Brandon Sanderson. I want to get into Robin Hobb, so glad I found this author. Now, if you watched my TBR bookshelf tour, you would have seen this book, and that is The Host by Stephanie Meyer. I have read this book, but it's been several years, so I put it on my TBR shelf when I got it because I do want to reread it, and I want to see if I loved it as much as I did before. The Last Olympian by Rick Riordan. This is book number 5 of the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, and I can now marathon them all. So if you have read these books and want to do a reread, or if you have not read these books and you would like to read along with me, please let me know so we can get that set up. Eragon by Christopher Paolini. I got this book because I liked this copy so much more than the book movie cover copy. I'd prefer to have this one. Now, this author is very, very popular right now. Her second book just came out of a series, I'm guessing, and it is Holly Black, and this book is Black Heart. I think this is one of her very, very early novels, and I've heard her writing is very dark. So I will keep that in mind when I go into this, and I hope it ends up being a very good book. Uglies by Scott Westerfield. I almost did not get this book because I've heard so many mixed reviews, more bad than good, so I don't know if I will enjoy it as much as I probably would if I was younger and reading this, but I got it, and maybe it'll be on my TBR sometime this year. These next books all go along with each other, and they are the Nancy Drew books, and I have 4 of them. I have book 4, 7, 9, and 17. Book 4 is The Mystery at Lilac Inn. Book 7 is The Clue in the Diary. Book 9 is The Sign in the Twisted Candles. And book 17 is Mystery of the Brass Bound Trunk. I'm very happy to have all these. Maybe I can start a Nancy Drew collection. I got these from my mom because she found older editions of these and she liked those more than these, so I got these. The Rosie Project by Graham Simpson. I know I said your name wrong and I apologize, but I'm excited to have this book. It is a contemporary romance comedy type book, and it is about a man meeting up with a woman. He has stuff going on, she has stuff going on, and she is trying to find her biological father. He helps her and they go on this adventure with romance and comedy, and I hope it's really, really good because I love this cover. I love how bright yellow it is, so I'm very intrigued about this book. Library of Souls, Miss Peregrine's 3rd novel of that series, and this is by Rick Riordan. I now have books 2 and 3. I hope I can find the 1st one and the 4th one, that way I can marathon them all, and I really hope I enjoy this because I've heard it's good. I am very interested to look at the pictures that are in this, so I'm glad to have this. The next 3 books I am so happy to have, and I thank my husband so much for getting these for me because he had to order them through Book Depository, and that's our first time ordering through them, and I was very iffy about it, but I'm glad he did, and I thank him. And this is the Mistborn trilogy. The first one is The Final Empire, the second one is Well of Ascension, and the third one is Hero of Ages. These covers are absolutely beautiful. I can't stop staring at them. The blue with the black and the white. I love it so much. The next 3 books are part of a series I'm trying to collect for my kids. Not for me, even though I kind of want them, but I'm trying to get them for my kids. And it's the series of Unfortunate Events. And I have books 1, 5, and 13. Book 1 is The Bad Beginning. Book 5 is The Austere Academy. And book 13, I almost said 6. Book 13 is The End. I'm so glad I found these editions because I love the covers so much. Drums of Autumn by Diana Gabaldon. This is book 4 in the Outlander series. Dandelion Fire by N.D. Wilson, and this is book 2. The first book is 100 covers, and I should have got the first one when I saw it, but I said no and put it back, and I should have grabbed it. But here is the cover of this. The first cover is really similar, and I should have got it. I'm very intrigued by this just because of the cover, and it's cover by, and I wonder if it's like, you know, like kind of an Alice in Wonderland thing where you open doors or go through pictures or something and you're in different worlds. So this, I hope, is similar to that and will be amazing. Crater Trueblood and the Lunar Rescue Company by Homer Hickman. This is the 3rd book. The first book is Crater, the second book is Crescent, and it says Crater Trueblood has to rescue his ex-girlfriend and save the entire human race. That may be a spoiler for books 1 and 2, but I don't care because I love this cover. It is so cool and it looks right up my alley. I'm so excited to get into this. Isaac Asimov and the Klate Stories, Volume 2. This is a sci-fi novel. It's really cool looking. I don't have book 1, so I either need to find it at the library, buy it, or ebook or something, because I have this and I hope it's good. The Call of the Wild by Jack London. I have this from my mom, that's why all this stuff is in it, but there's like reading guides in the back, which is why she gave it to me. And I think I read this in high school, and from what I'm feeling right now is that I didn't have strong feelings for it when I first read it. I may have seen the movie. I don't know. It's just been so long, so I don't know if I will read this or reread it, or I don't know. Little House in the Big Woods by Laura Ingalls Wilder. This is, I'm guessing, a classic of the Little House in the Prairie books. I'm not sure. I don't know much about this, but my mom gave it to me. She just told me to take it, and I've got it. The Shadow of Your Smile by Mary Higgins Clark. This is a favorite author of mine. She is the author that I read growing up through middle school and high school, and she's the author I read before I ever got into fantasy or dystopian or all these other books came out. This is what I read and loved, so I'm hoping I will love this book. Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. This is the great illustrated classics. I'm trying to collect these editions because I love them. They're easy readers, and maybe my kids will read them. I don't know, but I do like these. These are my favorite children's editions of these very popular classics. Echo by Pam Munoz Ryan. I got this book because of another booktuber had recommended it and had read it, and she said the audiobook is absolutely amazing, and I plan on getting it and reading this at the same time because there is music that goes along with this story, and I want to get the full effect. These next 3 books are part of a series that I'm trying to collect, and it goes with the Sookie Stackhouse novels. I have From Dead to Worse, Definitely Dead, and Altogether Dead. I want these covers, even though I don't normally buy mass market paperback. I'm getting these because I prefer the covers over all the other ones. I think these are really neat. I have yet to see the most recent published works of these, but I love these so much. The Witch of Blackbird Pond by Elizabeth George Spear, and I really love this edition because it's a different kind of cover, and I think it is so neat, and I love the end pages. The Book of Virtues by William J. Bennett. I got this from my mom. She just told me to take it, and I did, and it says, ought to be distributed like an owner's manual to new parents leaving the hospital. It belongs in every home. Maybe it's just what the country needs, a very readable and important work. So that has me very intrigued. Is it a treasury of great moral stories? Is it for parents? Is it just for the family? I don't know. I'm intrigued. Maybe I'll find something good in here, something useful. Spirit Bound by Michelle Reed. This is the 5th book in the Vampire Academy series. I have the 1st book and now the 5th book, and I'm hoping this will be a new favorite vampire series of mine. I just want more vampires. Poison by Sarah Poole. This is a Renaissance era novel and based in 1492. And it says before the Tudors, there are Borgias, which I probably just said that completely wrong, and I'm so sorry. More passionate, more dangerous, and more deadly. I am highly fascinated by these types of books, so hopefully this is really, really good. The next 2 books I have to show you are poetry books. I have Falling Up and A Light in the Attic, both by Shel Silverstein. I read these books while I was in elementary school. I loved getting these from the library. I thought the poems were so much fun. I hope I can read them with my boys, and I hope they will enjoy them as much as I have. So the next thing I want to show you is the coloring book I got, and it is so neat. It's The Beauty of Horror, a gorgeous coloring book, which it is. There's zombies and bats and just very gross stuff. What did I turn to? Oh, this is what I wanted to show you. The cauldron of gross, nasty stuff. Sorry everybody if you're a little squeamish, but zombies, bats, vampires, very gross stuff. And I found it and I showed my mother-in-law. I'm like, I found something creepy and gross, and she's like, should I be worried? And I'm like, I just like weird stuff. So she saw it, thought it was cool, so I'm so happy to have this. I don't know if I will physically color in this book, but I may make a copy of it so I don't ruin this, because I may want to color the page again. But it is beautiful, it is gory, and I love it. Alright, so those are all the books that I have hauled up until my last book haul that I have showed you. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you have read any of these books, please let me know, and let me know a favorite book of yours, least favorite. I'm very curious as to which book I should not read and which book you think I should read. Go check out my TBR shelf book tour, and thank you guys so much for watching this. I'm so glad to be filming again, and I hope you guys have amazing 2019. Good luck with all your reading.